I'm not the best at anything. It's bizarre, viewers. I'm just not good at, our form's good, but generally speaking, when it comes down to sort of attacking, like goals, we're good at scoring goals, but we're not the best at anything. Okay, hold on. Scored 2 goals from direct free kicks. Even that, we're sharing that with Werder Bremen. Wait, in the whole season, there's been 6 direct free kicks scored. 6? I mean, but apart from that, I mean, chance that we create, again, we share that with like, shots on target percentage, shots on target up there, but not the best. Not the best conversion rate. Not the most dribbles, although again, up there. Okay, joint. Can we win something on our own? Don't have the most clean sheets. Don't have the most tackles won. I mean, our fans are good. Our average attendance. Possession, no. Penalties, no. Headers, no. Oh. That said, we are top of the league with a game in hand. I don't know how it's happening. I do know how it's happening. Andrea Bellotti, viewers. He's the main man. Bought on a free from Torino in the summer. Has been firing in goals left, right and centre. And now with 5 games to go, let's hope he can continue to do that. Hello then, folks. Welcome back to Glory Hunter. Today, Wolfsburg and Stuttgart, after that depressing opening minute of realising that we're not really the best at anything, here we go. No distractions of Europe. Do Bayern Munich have any distractions of Europe? They're not really in this anymore, but are they still in Europe? No, they are in the German Cup, though, so good for them. Pathetic, honestly. Don't even need to be in that. I'm focusing on the league here. Thing is, if we don't win this, we're just going to be a cup competition away from happiness. All right then, the Wolfsburg is the first opposition, and team-wise for it, we're keeping things quite simple. The only change, you remember last episode, Koopmeier stepped out for Delaney. He's back in today. Livakovic, Nissen Christiansen, Bertella, Akanji, and Rika will be the back line. Olmo and Para will help Bale, Brandt, and Belotti up top do the business. Leon Bailey still out injured. Should be back next episode, hopefully, but yeah, he's going to miss the games today. Right, come on, we need to win this just to give ourselves a little bit of leeway with the teams below. Come on, boys. Please, boys. Please, boys. Please, boys. I sound like an out-of-control PE teacher, don't I? All right, Tammy Abraham is up front for them. Bono Giovanni is behind. Kluivert on the right. I'm familiar with a few names. Augustinsson at left back, very good. And also, their right back, Mbabu, he's very good as too. Very good as 2. Brilliant, man. Good job you not been doing this for 5 years, isn't it? Otherwise, it would be embarrassing, frankly. Really embarrassing. Appreciate the card, the Christmas anti-lender, which is pretty much what it said inside. All right, then. Can we do it? Literally the first highlight of the game, viewers, is Koopmeier's being dealt with in attacking areas. Ball's put in towards the back post. Christiansen gets it clear, and there's Para dribbling it away. We've not seen too many excellent things from Para, but that pass there is up there. Andrea Bellotti, oh, well, I'll take it all back. 28th of the season for Bellotti. What a ball from Para, by the way. Joaquin Para from this wide right position. He's so deep in our own half, really, to play this sort of ball as it whizzes through. And there's Belotti on the end of it, picking it up. And the keeper really is nowhere. Great work from Belotti. Fantastic ball from Para. And it's 1-0 Borussia Dortmund. The perfect start, viewers. This is what, if I could have dreamt it, I'd have dreamt it like this. But this season at Dortmund has largely been a nightmare, viewers. And it's not over yet. 4 games to go after this. And we've got, well, speaking of 4, a 4-point gap has emerged. Although every other team sort of plays at a different time to us. So that gap could narrow in a flash. Bale's on the ball now on this side, goes inside on his left foot, finds Belotti, who looked a little offside. Doesn't matter because it was a one-on-one, viewers. A wasted opportunity for Borussia Dortmund, isn't it always? Olmo, ball in and straight to the goalkeeper. He's passed it to him. He's got keeper. Here you go, son. Practice your catching. Oh, there it is. Look. Why Danny Olmo and Nubel get on so well, I don't know. Tammy Abraham plays for them. They've also got Weghorst, who I know is a decent striker. And I just saw there that Tammy Abraham is very uninterested, which is, to be a footballer, very uninterested. I'm hoping that means he has no desire to be involved in this game at all. Bale's going to pick this up. Great ball from Livakovic, and now the ball to that side isn't great, but Julian's getting it under that, and now goes past his man like he's not even there. Julian, working magic. Danny Olmo, Belotti, from the tightest of angles. The ball sort of stopped dead near the byline, and Belotti was the only player to really react. Danny Olmo maybe should have finished it himself, but look at this from Julian. Gets past the right back like he's not even there. Takes on the centre back that comes to close him down. Finds Danny Olmo, who finishes close by. The keeper freezes a little bit. And from the impossible angle, Andrea Belotti puts it home. Lovely stuff. 40 minutes gone. 2-0 up. This is almost going too well. Maybe we just do one match today, viewers. I don't know. A second episode is there, or second match of the episode is there to ruin everything, really, as they get away from the ball. They get away with the ball, I should say, as they're on it there. That's Arnold. I can't imagine that's Trent Alexander-Arnold, because 1, he would have changed his name, and 2, Germany. Rika knocks it down to Danny Olmo. Brandt's making movements ahead of him, but goes back to Rika, and now the ball to Belotti once again. He's already got 2 for the hat-trick. Never mind. Don't be cross, Brent. Andrea Belotti's he's the best striker in Europe, viewers, I would imagine. We'll obviously find out who gets the award at the end of the season, but Belotti must be up there. The problem is he hasn't scored too many goals in Europe, so overall, it might not be too high, but in terms of league goals, I'd be surprised if anyone's got more than Belotti this season. Maybe we'll have a check at the halfway point of the episode. Patella finds Christiansen and the defenders working out towards Gareth Bale. The second half has just begun as that ball from Bale, well, it looked a little bit hopeful. Belotti's in. Oh, but he's in. He's won a corner, viewers. 5 half chances, 4 clear cut. This Dortmund team, I tell you now, we are sensational. Then when we're at the top of the league, we create so many chances. We don't always have the most possession. We don't have the best pass completion. Rarely do we have the highest average ratings. But sometimes we are impossible to deal with. And today is one of those days. This is without Leon Bailey as well, who we know is a danger. I mean, Gareth Bale's an impact sub. He's not a starting impact maker. Starting impact maker as Para's running behind looks dangerous. And, well, he nearly gets the ball into the back of the net himself. It's good for players like him to have a chance to shine towards the back end of the season. Has been a little bit of a shadow of his former self as Abraham. Oh my word! Okay, it didn't count. Livakovic made an amazing save, but no, Para's been a shadow of his former self. Really, when he first came in, he seemed decent. He had a really good impact, and then because of the promise of Paul Carr and of course Dominic's been in there as well, he's not really had too many opportunities, especially with Olmo in front of him. But yeah, the Olmo and Para duo towards this back end of the season, it's just what we needed in terms of creativity, and it's working out quite nicely so far. As it's going to be Wolfsburg though who bring this ball forward, and they're dangerous, you'd expect. But Koopman is there, does fantastically well, finds Livakovic, and we work it out again, so we can start again. And that ball over the top, we're looking for it at all times. We do it again. Para's made the run. Can he convert the ball? Can he convert? Yes, he bloody can, viewers. What a finish! Second in the season. Julian played a beautiful ball over to him. It was a first-class delivery, viewers, because of their first-class delivery, and then the ball, look at that, sensational. Para's first touch makes it for him, really, sets himself in front of him and lashes it into the back of the net. I love it when the ball sort of goes into the net and begins to come back out again. Sensational. 3-0 though. I've not even made a change, viewers. No need. Rika's got a bit of an injury. Maybe we should take him off. As Para there, well, he collided with Augustinsson, and then the ball over to Clive on this side. A little bit of space for him. Livakovic deals with it. I will take him off. Conrad can come on. If it's a wrist injury, though, which I think that's what it was, he can patch that up, play again, not a problem. Julian Brandt is a mischief maker. Look at him go, Julian. Just shoot, mate. Have fun with it. Belotti, it's not going to count. It was a wonderful move and a great first-time finish, but yeah, it's not going to count. The assistant has ruled it out. Well, VAR, who's ruled it out? Who makes the rules anymore in football, viewers? I've got no idea. He's clearly off, though. If the assistant can't be doing that, he just shouldn't be an assistant anyway. I'd like to think he gave it, and VAR sort of just arms folded, just went, yeah. Yeah, you got it. Well done, you got it right. Don't use us then. VAR is like the bitchy girl at school, isn't it? Asks you how you're doing, but really wants you to say, I've had a complete meltdown, my life is ruined, so they can sort of go, oh, is it? That's a shame. I'm doing brilliantly. 3-0 though. Very, very good performance. You can see there, if Leipzig win their game, then they will be on 61 and the gap will be closed. I suspect they play tomorrow on the Sunday. And like a game to play through this sprained wrist ligament. You're playing with that. That's not nearly enough. Twists and turns as shock results occur as Eintracht Frankfurt were beaten by Darmstadt. That is quite surprising when you see where they are in the league. They are relegated though. They're effectively down. So, well, it's a bit sad, isn't it? Yeah, okay, just 2 seconds, get it out of the box. They're not actually down yet, so that's a bit premature. Any excuse? Harmonica is in the building. If I brought my own brand of harmonica out, would you buy it? I don't know how I would go about doing that. I think I could start a new generation on the harmonica, viewers. That's the dream. Right, games going on. Big match as well. Werder Bremen are playing Leipzig in their game. Actually, let me just go back in time a moment. Something came through recently that I think we'll all find very useful, viewers. It was the graphic where they show you all the teams and who they've got coming up in the future. Please be close by. Yes, there it is. Look, you can see ourselves then. If you see the fixtures that are remaining, Stuttgart. Actually, is it updated when we're on it? No, weirdly, it's taking it away though, so it updates. Bizarre. Yeah, but you never knew that, did you? Because you'd skip past it, you'd never know, but it does update. So we play Stuttgart, Mönchengladbach, Hertha Berlin, and Bayern Munich. Not that easy, but I mean, the winnable games in there. Stuttgart especially, you'd expect us to win this next game. Bayern Munich, of course, play us, so that's their big challenging fixture. The rest of them are quite, in theory, routine. Leipzig play Werder Bremen, of course. I mentioned Gladbach are in there, and their fixtures are kind-ish. And then Colin, similar situation, very middle-of-the-road teams, as well as Darmstadt, who are there, and that's relatively easy for them, you'd expect anyway. But they might be down at that point. They might be loving life. They've heard the jingle. They're inspired, viewers. Who knows? So all the teams have got easy, like very middle of the road fixtures as wow, Hertha Berlin beat Bayern Munich, and that might be Bayern out of this conversation now. I think it's fair to say they're out, viewers. They are not in contention. They may end up in the Europa League. They may be a team that I would try and move to. That'd be awful. But then what have I got to achieve at Dortmund? It'll be job done. But this is the big one then. We're looking for, well, that's not what we wanted necessarily, as the champions, RB Leipzig, do the business and get the 3-1 win. Now, Werder Bremen, similar situation. They might be out of this conversation, and it may well have just become a 3-horse race between ourselves, Leipzig, and FC Cologne. But maybe. God, dearie me. Dearie me. Okay. I think it's Cologne, by the way. I think it's Cologne, because they do Counter-Strike in Cologne. It must be that. That's where my geography is based upon. They just spell it differently sometimes. But it must be Cologne. So every time I say Cologne, it must really annoy everyone. All the Germans watching going, he's done it again. Why does he keep doing this? It's like calling York, Yoch. It's like going, oh yeah, well, you know what they're like in Yoch, don't you? That's what I'm doing. I'm ruining it. Unless I'm completely wrong on everything. I could Google it, viewers. You're not wrong. Why doesn't he Google it? Why doesn't he find out for sure? You're right, I could. But I live in the unknown. I live in a world of unknown. So, and you shout at me in the comments and I just ignore it. It's terrible, isn't it? It's terrible. The amount of linguistic experts that follow Football Manager, I had no idea. Not even experts, just general public. Like, oh, good God. United are playing Villa in a game that I couldn't give a stuff about. They should let us go through. Would have at least challenged there. The Europa League's a ball ache, isn't it? Sorry to use such graphic description there, but it's such a faff. Why can anyone be bothered? There's so much going on in it. So boring as well. So boring. I shouldn't have put it on the list. No one's bothered. Maybe if I do well with Dortmund here, I should take a sabbatical and just go and be an international manager for a bit. That's not what a sabbatical is, Ben. You don't just take another job. Look at our transfer spend. 4th. So we're a minnow in this league. As the games are on the grounds then, Leipzig are going to play Wolfsburg. That's the biggie. And FC Cologne, they will play Frankfurt. I'm changing how I'm saying it, viewers, and I could be wrong. All right, little bit of a situation really. Conrad is going to come in and Akanji is injured. So Koopman is going to step back into the ball-playing defensive role. Delaney's going to come in and a few changes up top as well. Gareth Bale's going to sit this one out as I move Danny Olmo further forward. My boy comes in alongside Dominic. Although Para had such a good game. I can't do this to Para. Para and Kara. They're like again, I've said it before, viewers, they're like a crime-fighting duo. And by the way, I'm choosing this moment to announce the good news. I could have waited. I'm doing it now. I feel like a celebration's in order. Paul Carr is here on loan for another season, viewers. So whether I'm here or not, he will be. Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the point. Welcome, Paul Carr. Good to see you, my man. Of course, Gareth Bale can come off the bench. Impact sub. We can move all this round. But, yeah, Paul Carr is here again for another season. Thank you to Spurs for not realising just how good he is. Mario Götze plays for them. Ah, yes, Stuttgart. This is the game in which Excalibur made the handball mistake I put on Twitter at DoctorBenjy. Follow over there. All the T's. I'm like ITV2, aren't I? What am I gonna do next? Probably Family Guy. It was always Family Guy. Right then, Stuttgart. We've got to beat them, surely. We'll keep an eye on what happens elsewhere. I've already concluded. Tammy! He's up for this one. He's very interested, viewers. Tammy Abraham making the impact. Who thought he would be the man to help us win the league this year? Now, if we do our part, win our game, then this is going to be quite the end to the season as Conrad picks it up on that side. Rika's wrist. I'm not going to risk him. I'm not going to wrist him, more like. Delaney, Para, good to speak. Conrad, as said, this little bit of text on the screen's annoying everyone, isn't it? Conrad, ball into the centre. Oh, hello, Para. What a decision. Kara and Para. I don't want to say it's Carr's influence over Para that's creating this magical set of performances because he did well last game, so of course it's not. Conrad, though, pulls it back to Para, plays it into Julian Brandt. It's a bit of a deflection all over the shot, but then the ball from Conrad to Para, the youngsters combine, and it's 1-0 Borussia Dortmund. And I'm going to keep an eye on what happens over there because this hit, okay. It's a highlight, viewers. It's ruin what we're talking about. Could have paused it, I guess. Yep, sure. Ball played in. Brandt's under it. Conrad on it again. Para on it again. Those two are creating lovely things together. Carr gets it back now. Into Danny Olmo. Oh, dearie me. That was quite the strike. Omlin makes a fantastic save to turn it behind. I thought it was a guaranteed goal towards Belotti. And that will be the highlight over because I've played the game before. Throw in. Deep in their half. Conrad into Para. Again, that duo. They're absolutely loving life. Danny Olmo now. Back to my boy. He's on it again. Come on. Do something, Carr. Please, for heaven's sake. Delaney picks it up about 30 yards from goal, finds Christiansen in some space. Can he put a ball into the centre? He finds Danny Olmo. It's blocked, it's ricocheted, and it's away from goal. But we are looking threatening. We're wearing a hoodie, but we're only really there to buy a Fanta Fruit twist. The people at the co-op have got no idea, viewers. Goes back to Omlin here, and oh good God, Danny Olmo. It's an impossible angle. He doesn't really know what to do with himself. He's got options in the middle. Belotti, it should maybe be a goal. They clear it away though. Whatever it is, Stuttgart don't like playing against us. They're not good at it. They just sort of crumble. I love it. Brandt's on the ball. Here we are, Julian. This is where magic happens, viewers. Beats his man, Julian. He should have scored. The 5-point gap, 3 to go. Next episode could be a celebration, viewers. I think we know what musical instrument will be accompanying that episode. Corner, though, to Stuttgart. Don't speak too soon, Ben. The second matches in episodes have not gone well for you. Statistically this season, I'm not sure I've actually won one so far. Eunice, Mangala, they're on the ball again. Mario Goetze, don't you dare try and hurt me. Para does well. They're a replacement for him. Belotti now racing forward. Andrea Belotti. Oh, yes! Andrea Belotti makes it 2-0. Not even at half-time yet, but we're looking good. This is top quality stuff from Borussia Dortmund. I couldn't agree more, text commentary, and I'm glad we are on the same page. Belotti then makes his way through. He's already beaten both men. It's a one-on-one chance that's gone in. He's tried to save it with his leg, viewers. That is a fundamental error by a goalkeeper. Trying to stab his leg at it as Leipzig still losing. Tammy, da 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 da. Abraham, Tammy Abraham. I'm through. Car. I'm through. Listen to me. Car goes for goal. That is ambitious. So here it is. Borussia Dortmund. Everybody. I'm just practicing for next year. Julian should have scored. Christmas time. Borussia Dortmund. No. Olmo. Ball in. It's cleared away. We've all forgotten it was Christmas now, haven't we? We're all over it. Olmo nearly provided a present for us. So good. So quick. How do I do it? There's a man behind the camera holding boards up. So, less impressive now, isn't it, really? We're forward again here, though. Para. Oh, yes. I love him. I love him. He's coming to the fore, viewers. Honestly, he's barely played this year, really. 11 appearances, a little bit more than last season. We found him in the Colombian under-21s, I think it was. And, yeah, he's finally putting in a shift. Beautiful work from us over on that side. That's a very big tunnel there, isn't it? I mean, the obstruction of some views, that must be. Delaney, ball in. Para's header, just sort of so casual. Just, yeah, I'll flick it in. Not a problem. Happy to be a part of this. As Hadira, I didn't even notice. Hadira as he's 1-1. They've got a goal back in it, a goal difference. I've been mentioning it all season. It might actually be important, you know, because if they win their game, they do keep applying that pressure. Julian on a 6.7 looks complacent. Gareth is going to come on for him. Let's switch those two rounds. There you are, look, there you are. I'd like to think as I switched them round, they high-fived, wouldn't you? Olmo, delivery, ball in, keep it as well. Leipzig, that's 61 points again. I'm pretty confident that means that they're losing. Wolfsburg, away from home, are going in here, viewers. Para plays the ball towards Danny Olmo, who have just put onto that side. Gareth on the far side wants it. Danny goes alone. Can't apply the finish. They have, look. Bracalo has done the business. A 5-point gap. Oh! Ball towards Bale from Para. Para's having the game of his life. Belotti, he should have scored. 4 clear-cut chances, 3 half chances. We're creating big time. I mean, Bayern are winning their game, but it doesn't really. They're out. They're gone. They're out of this. And the big news is then, they scored last second. I saw it. No! It's not over just yet. Dortmund 3, Stuttgart 0. And we'll just take a look at that late goal for Leipzig that keeps them in this conversation. All I can think is I played Bayern Munich on the final day. Not an easy game, viewers. Not an easy game. Para, though. It was the Para show. It was fantastic. But take a look here as we continue. A 90th minute. Schulz go. Nico Schulz with it. If I'm not mistaken, gang, a former Dortmund player that I sold to them when I arrived. Tremendous. Or maybe I didn't sell him. Maybe he'd already been sold. Either way, he was here. He's a former Dortmund man, and he keeps the dream alive for RB Leipzig. Right then, let's take a look at this. You can see 66 points, still a 4-point gap. Things are looking pretty good. And Cologne know now if they win their game, they will go level on points with Leipzig. They play this afternoon. Actually, we'll just check what that result is. 5-2, a massive win as well. Goal difference wise, they need it, but that might not become a factor. So 66, 62, 62. Next episode, 3-game special. Look out for it tomorrow afternoon, then, gang. And if you've enjoyed today's video, of course, please do leave a like on it. Want to see some more? Make sure you're subscribed so you are notified when it comes out. And we love with care. For me, that's Benji. Until next time, I'll see you again very, very soon. Goodbye. Things are hotting up. I always have my finger doing that. It's only for me as well. No one else can see me do it.